How was I doing, Mr. Director? Like a real professional, yeah?
It was an exceptional performance. Not only did you deliver your lines with passionate bravado, your improvisation was on point. Always adjusting your lines and tones to correspond with the other actor's delivery. You're a master thespian.
Everything.
Well, you didn't have to give me such a hard time.
Sorry. Occupational hazard. Once I get in character, I'm no longer reciting lines. I am the character. Now, I don't like to brag, but that wasn't even the best performance I ever given. For most of my roles, I've done months of research. If I had more time, I'd have checked myself into a real mental hospital for at least 6 months. Stanislavski's system pushes me to fully embody my characters by learning how they really live.
Yes, of course. What about the cops? Have they left?
Good thing you heard the siren and figured out a plan quick. If you hadn't sent me out there to stall them, God knows what they would have found by now.
What are they even investigating? The runaway patient?
Yeah, that's what they said. But, at least to me it seemed like that was just a cover-up. They didn't even check out the room where number 68 escaped. They barely even looked out the window, too. Nope. Both of them went straight to the patient rooms.
You don't think they're looking for Jennifer? Could they be on to our plan?
At first, that's what I thought too. But now, not so sure. Seemed more like they were going around looking for someone sane.
Then they've lost their minds as well. Looking for sane people inside a mental hospital?
Cops are a bunch of idiots anyway. I'm gonna go out and check again. I'll let you know.
I'll go check room 1 as well.
Let's go!
Wait for me!
Okay, so the room.
George and Meister have not moved.
James.
Did you talk to the police, Silver Spoon?
I did too.
Did you notice anything strange?
That lady cop had a real attitude. Kept saying I had schizophrenia. Well, you've got it. You're a complete schizo. Don't interrupt me.
Just stop talking already. Both of you are giving me a headache.
The cop that questioned Silver Spoon was a chick, Mr. Director. That means there's more than one of them. You think they're on to us? Maybe we change the plan? Make a run for it while we still can? I mean, the gate is wide open.
No, the show can't end like this. Don't you want to know the truth? After all this time, the lies, the manipulation, don't you crave retribution?
Lies ain't the half of it. They probably want to steal my company while I'm not there, too. Your company? When did it become your company, huh? Oh, shut up about your stupid company. No one cares. Yeah, well, either way, it's time for the doctors here to pay up.
Right you are about that. Our plan is already in motion. With the doctors under our control, all we need to do is wait for the police to leave. Then this hospital will be ours.
Yeah, well, I still don't get how the police knew to show up at just the right moment, you know? Someone must have ratted on us.
You make a good point. Who could have called the police then? George?
Nah, he was already in with the maestro before any of us even did anything. Probably doesn't even know what's going on.
Jennifer then? Well, this could turn out bad for us. If the cops were to search the bathroom.
No, it can't be her. I stole a phone.
What? I thought I told you to lock her up, not steal her phone. Give it here.
Is that where the patients are?
Recent calls.
I mean, the doctors in the bathroom.
The last call she made wasn't to 911.
Why don't we try calling it?
Probably.
You can't just do that. We don't know who it'll call. Then what are you looking at me for?
Hand it over. And whose phone is this?
From that stupid cop earlier. But you know what? Here's what's really weird. Who calls a cop directly rather than 911?
You
And it's
stole
not a
this
cop.
from the police? How many other phones have you stolen?
I I don't got any more phones, but I do have this.
Uh-oh.
You are a real piece of work. Why would you steal a TV remote?
Oh,
Got it from Ray earlier.
that's
it just
fucking
looks
it.
like a phone, you know? Even fits in your hand like one. I couldn't resist.
Oh no.
That a police siren?
Which part of stick to the script don't you understand? If you would have just followed your lines, you wouldn't have run the risk of getting us all into trouble. Now, if the police come back here, our plan is ruined. All our efforts down the drain. I'll keep the doctor's phone for now. You return both of those, but don't get caught.
But I never learned to return stuff.
Oh.
All right.
That's odd.
Oh, what?
We've been here for
Fucking
a while now.
Clep.
There's been no sign of Nellie.
There was some kind of weird sound earlier, so she went to check. Probably went to the bathroom.
It was indeed. Wait, to the bathroom, you said?
Clep, no.
Fucking Clep.
What the fuck is happening?
It's a fucking.
So the patients
TV
are trying to
remote.
run the asylum, which I don't know what the end goal there is. Like, wow, we run this place now. Wait, now what happens?
Well, I got the impression it was like that they haven't been running it forever. I think they took over recently.
I'm just not sure what
They're trying to play it off.
I'm just not sure what they think is going to happen if they run this place. Like, if their goal's not to leave, then what is their goal?
No, I think their goal is. I think they like took over the asylum, and then it just so happens that Ghost escaped around this time, and then these
Yeah.
people show up to find Ghost, but
They didn't
think,
show over to go find Ghost, though.
Well, they show.
Oh, wait, no, yeah,
no,
we
they
showed up to
actually
find
showed
Ghost,
up to
but
find
we-
Ghost,
but
but
we
they're
don't know if-
pretending to
but we
show
don't know
up.
if Ghost is who vanished or not.
But yeah. But see, okay, but what
Because
was?
they're convinced he's not the one who vanished. Somebody else might have vanished. I don't
Yeah,
even know.
it could be someone else. But those people show up on the pretense of the escapee, and I think it's just bad timing for the people who just took over the asylum and locked up the people, like the people
Yeah.
running it in the bathroom. So like, oh shit, we gotta act like we gotta pretend for a little bit.
What a mess.
But what was interesting to me though is that earlier, when the director and Clep are talking about how those cops probably aren't cops, they mentioned they didn't even go to the room where the patient escaped, or patient 68 escaped from.
Yeah.
They must not be real cops. Let's go to room 1. And they end up walking over to the room on the top left.
Yeah.
So that I think is the room where the patient escaped.
Well, in particular, that's where the broken glass is, where they burst out the window.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, when they walked in here, they were like, well, this is where they
Oh,
escaped.
yeah.
Watch out for the glass on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, there's just a broken window.
I didn't
up
notice
here.
the picture though.
And so that they were noting the fact that like the cops didn't even approach the window. Like they didn't even bother looking at the crime scene because they're actually just looking for somebody else and maintaining a pretense.
But apparently that top left room is like room 1. And they say, oh, they must be looking for a sane person. Which makes me think that the people on the right side are the sane people.
Maybe the people in the bathroom.
Well, I think the people in the actual rooms, the ones on the top right, those 3 rooms, like they came
Yeah.
over to this area. It's like they're looking for a sane person. Why would they be looking for a sane person in a mental hospital? Haha.
I think it just has to do with how they seem like they had a goal of some sort, where like they were looking for somebody for an actual like end goal as opposed to just like looking for a patient. They had a purpose to it.
Follow, like, since we followed Clep this whole way, pretty much, just follow Clep to where he blows up the,
Yeah.
like, follow him as he walks out of that room, because I think it's all that we have left from him.
You gotta respect space.
Sorry.
She's just literally climbing up. It's like, no, I'm doing stuff.
Go lay down.
Like, y'all are talking and ignoring me. Let's see here. Let's see what Clep fucks up.
Fucking Clep. Even that name is doofy. He's like, I don't know how to return things.
Like the last second or something.
Yeah, I was paying attention to the time. It takes him 10 seconds to fuck everything up.
That's odd.
Hey, Emily, you gotta turn that thing on before you can watch it. There's this thing called a remote.
Holden, Emily.
You do this to me!
I knew it.
So many sounds happen at the end there. Everyone's just yelling things, and then everyone dies. All right. So what I still need to do is my goal was to follow Oscar, but then I got to Director and Clep, and I just kind of stuck with them for a while. So I still need to finish the rest of Oscar's storyline.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about what happens to Oscar after that whole part.
Yeah, because he splits off from Elvira.
Oh, so
Oops, I went too far.
They're gonna go to okay, because
So yeah, that's when he meets up with Director and Clep, and I was like, oh, well, I got to go back now, right?
they didn't check the actual scene of the crime.
Yeah.
It's like they're looking for a sane person, and now they're going to the actual scene of the crime, which is room 1 or whatever.
James?
You stay away from the gate. Get your ass back to the day room.
For crying out loud! Really think you're a caregiver, huh?
Oh, James gonna go fuck him up. Go, James, go.
What the hell's going on? Why were the police here?
Things are getting out of control. I was just playing along with Mr. Director and the other crackpots, right? Figured if we really did take over the hospital, it'd be much easier to look for Ghost.
No way it's a coincidence.
You guys too?
Notice anything off about those cops?
Well, they were definitely looking for someone. That much was obvious. But the way they were interrogating every single patient makes me think they're after Ghost, too.
Why would the authorities suddenly be searching for him? Until we got that tip, everyone thought he was dead.
Maybe they got it, too. Anyway, what have you found so far?
Haven't locked down Ghost yet. But I did find his plan B.
Plan B?
Pure coincidence, actually. The TV remote went missing, you see, and the button on the TV doesn't work either. It got me curious, so one day I volunteered to cover Ray's night shift. After everyone left the room, I opened the TV set. Guess what I found?
A bomb.
Bingo! Anyone turns that thing on, it'll explode. I bet that's probably why he took the remote.
That's further proof it was Ghost who blew up the police station. To kill his crew and fake his own death. But why would he plant another one in the same place he's hiding?
That's why I said it must be his plan B. Sure, the hospital's been a safe place to lay low, but someone clearly knows he's still alive. Otherwise, they wouldn't have put a bounty on his head and we wouldn't be in here. Ghost probably planted the bomb for just such an occasion as this. He can blow the place sky high and vanish into the wind again. Poof!
Sounds right up his alley. Anyone who sees his face dies.
Not this time. Check this out.
What the hell is that thing? Looks like some kind of sci-fi gizmo.
It's a microcontroller infrared scrambler. Got it from a catalog for $29.95. Batteries not included.
I don't get it.
This is my plan B. When Ghost tries to blow this whole place to smithereens, this thing will jam the signal from the remote. The TV won't go boom, and we grab whoever's holding the clicker.
Now that's smart. Then all we have to do is cuff him and collect our reward before the cops swoop in and steal all the credit. Huh? Is that the alarm?
What the hell? I didn't even know this hospital had an alarm system. Stupid cops. They probably triggered the trap that Ghost set up. Fuck. Months of work down the drain.
What do we do now?
Ghost is gonna have to make a move now, so let's go nab the son of a bitch.
All right, I'll follow your lead.
The day room is the best place to start. He ain't in the library or the exam rooms, so he'll have to come through there before he can escape.
That thing on before you can watch it. There's this thing
What's
called
that you're holding, Emily?
No, Emily, stop!
Emily, no.
Emily, no. So whoever Ghost is Raven then.
Yeah, from the last story.
Yeah, from the last story.
I was trying to remember what Ghost's name was last
Yeah,
game.
it was Dwight.
Because we had an explodey person last time.
It was Dwight, but it was Raven was Dwight.
I think McMurphy might be. McMurphy might be Ghost.
I kind of missed what was the point of his scrambler? What was it supposed to do?
It was supposed to stop the remote from blowing up the TV.
And then it's
But right when they're about to walk there, it gets blown up anyway.
I know.
But specifically, what stood out to me is McMurphy screams, "No, Emily, stop!"
Yeah.
Like McMurphy's Ghost, because he knows about the bomb. and nobody else
Oh.
is established to know the bomb besides the guy we were just listening to. So
Well,
randomly, McMurphy spent the whole time talking to those two cops, and he walks in and be like, "No, Emily, stop!" Like he knows it's a bomb.
I thought.
So
Okay. No, I thought that was the guy you were sitting right next to that said that.
No,
I thought that was James or whatever.
Hey, Emily, you gotta turn that thing on before you can watch it. There's this thing called a remote.
Holden, Emily.
You do this to me!
No.
oh, it's James.
Yeah.
Right.
James says it.
So while that was said, I saw McMurphy's thing lighting up, so I thought it was him talking.
McMurphy says something else, but I don't hear what he says.
You can't do this. No, he's just role playing them being arrested. You're right.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
it is James, so it didn't reveal shit.
But-
Never mind.
So okay, but the thing is that apparently
This is why we got two peeps.
James was saying that he. Oh wait! No. I feel like where's Ray? He said something about Ray. He took Ray's night shift so he can look at the TV. Something makes me think that Klep took the remote. Well, I wonder if he just took the remote from the day room. For some reason, I was thinking he took the remote from Ray, because whoever Ghost is probably keeps the remote. Oh, because he said the remote was missing. Says James. James is saying the remote went missing, so I checked the TV. There's a bomb in it. So whoever took the remote is the person who's Ghost, because Ghost is holding onto the remote in case he needs to blow up the whole room,
Then,
right?
well, when Klep locked people in this room, he stole the remote.
Yeah. So whoever had the
And also
remote.
everyone's phones, just everyone's phones. He has this phone aura where he magnetizes everyone's phones into his pockets.
He seems to like them. He's like, it feels like a phone. I like his little.
Like a raven that found a shiny.
But the
So we've done old.
we have to go to the bathroom because they're.
Hang on a minute. We have a minor cul-de-sac to follow still, though, which is Elvira.
We said eventually have to figure out why they're upset that Nellie went to the bathroom with Jennifer, because Nellie's in the bathroom with Jennifer. Oh no!
Well, I think they specifically locked people in the bathroom.
But there's gotta be
if Nellie's in the bathroom, that means she opened the bathroom.
Yeah,
Not supposed to be in there in the first place.
but they're talking about something in there, hanging
Yeah.
out. So they're having girl talk.
But what does Elvira do besides beat up George? I guess.
I don't like Elvira. Maybe it's because her name is Elvira.
Doc, I need you to turn over the key to room 4.
Huh? Who are you? How did you get in?
I'm a police officer. We're here to investigate a case.
Police? Who let you in? Do you have a search warrant?
Of course I do. It's right in here.
Heck yeah!
Yeah, right there. Just on that table over there.
There's tables here.
No, there isn't.
George sounded like he was a real doctor.
Well, no. They already established that George is. The only
Yeah.
reason that George has not been locked up in the bathroom with everyone else is because he's working on Maestro and they want to interrupt him.
Yeah.
So George is the only legit worker here, I think, besides James, who
I kind of want to see
volunteers.
this whole reveal.
Yeah, we got to see what that
What the
is.
fuck is happening in here? Because they just sit here alone, like the entire full duration, basically.
Mm-hmm.
What if we're Maestro?
I was wondering that, but I was like, George doesn't look like that pretty lady that's been
no.
feeding us
This
beautiful
room's
words.
just empty, I guess. Second
That's the
process
room
too.
we're in.
Yeah, it might be. You can't tell for sure because in both cases the door's on the left, which is where the door is in our room.
Oh, see, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, there's a metal door in the background on this side of the screen, on that screen,
I like. Oh my gosh!
and there's no
I
windows.
knew it.
There's like a vent up here.
I
or something.
swear that's. Swear.
Yeah. No, the tile and everything makes sense.
Yes.
Why is it you wanted me to meet you here, George?
Actually, I wanted to ask you a favor, Maestro. You're an expert when it comes to art, yes? I was
Yes.
hoping you could evaluate a painting for me.
Ooh.
You've come to the right person. Not to boast, but a piece's price can increase considerably if I say good things about it.
Of course, of course. Please, sit. The picture's right here. If you could just take a look.
Oh, it's the
What
iPad.
is this? This
Oh,
is
is it?
artwork.
Yeah, he's showing him the iPad
It is.
A map?
that we're working on. Yeah.
Indulge me if you
I
will,
fucking knew it.
and listen to the music. Anything?
Isn't that like the start menu music of this game?
Yes, it is.
There is something. Wait. I need to get my thoughts straight.
Take your time.
It's really funny. It's just the intro music of this game.
I wonder if they just sit there this whole time.
Just listening to this music.
Yeah.
What do you see?
I see an interrogation.
Oh.
Yes, inside a police station.
Who are the police interrogating?
I don't. Oh, wait. Yes,
It's me.
I know this voice. Silver Spoon?
What are they questioning Silver Spoon about?
Something about drugs. Yes, I remember Silver Spoon mentioned.
Silver Spoon's tutorial character.
Oh fuck.
Because from the rich family and the drugs.
Oh my god.
Silver
I
Spoon's
forgot about
tutorial
that.
character. That's what he's talking about right now. Is
Oh
he's
my-
playing the tutorial.
Oh
with
my gosh,
Silver
wait.
Spoon.
Silver Spoon has a brother in his brain, remember?
Yeah.
Silver Spoon has a split personality that's a brother, like the
Yeah.
guy who has the brother.
Yeah, so he's
Oh my
imagining
gosh.
the actual brother he hates in his real mind.
That's
now.
hilarious.
This before.
Excellent. Let's move on to the next picture.
Another one? What about the painting you said I was here to evaluate? What's going on? What are you doing to me?
Don't worry, Maestro. It's just a small test. One more picture, and we're done.
Another map?
Do you recognize this place?
It looks familiar. Yes, I know. An art gallery.
Describe the art gallery for me.
It's crowded. An exhibition will start soon. Wait, there's an empty frame? But why?
Exactly. Why is that?
Give me just a moment. No, it can't be that either. But then, who took it? The real painting.
It's fine. Take your time.
He's like us.
Yeah, he's trying to solve the same cases. That's really funny, except it's his case. And he doesn't even know it, so we're fucked.
Yeah, I was gonna.
So we're in the story.
Yeah,
we don't even know it, probably.
yeah. That's. Oh gosh, we're freaking Raven ghosts. We're Raven ghosts.
Maybe we are.
We're the person that blows shit
There's
up.
one way to pad it for time.
And then the game's gonna end with us blowing up the room or something.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Or she's Raven. That's so Raven.
That's so Raven. That show was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's Sean. Yes. Nice to see you again. Oh, and Ms. Reeves is here too. The painting was stolen.
Yes.
Someone stole my painting. No, that's not it. I had my own painting stolen. It was part of my exhibition. I spent so much time and effort on my painting. I would never let someone steal it. It was all part of my plan. Yes, the painting was retrieved in the end too. The lost art returned.
Oh, I'm afraid your symptoms haven't improved.
What are you talking about? Didn't you ask me to evaluate paintings for you?
This was an evaluation, except it was a psychiatric one. We call it the Thematic Apperception test.
What? A psychiatric evaluation?
Yes, tailor-made for your symptoms. I also use roleplay therapy to supplement the effects. Unfortunately, the results are far from promising.
What's wrong with me, exactly?
We used images to hypnotize you, allowing you to see and hear things from your past. When you saw an interrogation, you could remember the stories Silver Spoon told you. The problem is, when you saw the image reflecting yourself, you weren't able to differentiate between delusion and reality. You sank further and further into your own fantasy story, allowing you to escape from the bleakness of your own reality. You staged the whole theft. Quite the coincidence, and a little too convenient, don't you think?
George!
That's not what the word coincidence means.
No.
That's just a plan. That's just a thing. That's just an action you took. There's nothing coincidental about that.
Doctor! What you said... I don't quite understand.
Don't worry about it. You know everything you need to know. Now, answer me one question. Who are you?
I'm the No. No, I'm... Patient number 29. Yes.
There you go. Perfect. Now, just make sure you keep taking your medication on time. And trust me, you will get better.
All right.
George, you made him a robot. What?
Patient 29 shows little improvement.
He's snoring.
If anything, his symptoms may be worsening. For situations with which he has an anecdotal connection, he is able to discern the projected narrative from reality. But in cases where he has direct experience, his ability to distinguish between the two is severely blurred. Prognosis remains guarded.
That's bad news for
I
us.
strongly recommend continued treatment with antipsychotic medications, as well as TAT and role-playing therapy to see if conditions improve. And we should schedule him for a full reassessment in 6 weeks' time.
So he like initially thinks that he isn't involved in that experience, but then after playing through it, like associates himself with that experience. I still don't know if that was his real experience or not.
It really did just take this place over, huh? Alright, let's see if Meister ever wakes up.
Meister's just out.
Just looping snore noises. He's like in a trance.
Meister lives then because he's in this room safe from the bomb.
It seems like he might be safe, yeah. But the yeah, he's just the exposition room. It's like, this is the plot of the game. But he's like not part of the case. You just hear that one sound. No matter where you are, you hear that one sound.
I was gonna say, I don't know where that alarm is coming from.
You don't know where it's coming from? When they open the chest and the,
I forgot about that.
every time that happens, the alarm happens. No matter
That's the
where.
ghost trap.
Yeah. Hey, Emily.
Hey, new arrival!
But
Or maybe she's singing because she was used to be in plays,
Who
you
let
know?
you in?
Is the song she's singing related to Wizard of Oz?
I don't think so.
Neither of these two are gonna...
Suffers from severe social anxiety that manifests as selective mutism. She talks.
I think the only song people could really relate to Wizard. Okay, so Wizard of Oz, you got
Over the
like
Rainbow.
Over the Rainbow. Off to see the
Follow
Wizard.
the Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like either of those.
And
Oh yeah.
the witch
Classic.
storm song. We got a little Nelly context we could pick up on if they say anything.
Nelly,
Oi.
what you writing, huh?
What's going on outside? I heard a bunch of people talking, but then it went quiet.
That was Mr. Director telling us about the test. He said we gotta take over the hospital so we can put a stop to it. Also, something about, you know, how the doctors are all actors, and we're really... Shut up! He told us not to tell anyone, didn't he?
Whatever. I don't even want to know.
Look,
You don't even want to know, person who's trying to escape this place and has been investigating this place the entire time you've been here. You don't want to know that the patients are taking over the asylum? What the fuck, Nelly?
you upset her. It's all your fault. I told you to shut up! Hey, Nelly, don't be mad. What you writing? Seriously.
You wouldn't understand even if I told you.
I know what she's writing. Oh, yeah? And how the hell will you know, huh? You ain't her. Well, you ain't me either. How do you know I don't know? Exactly. I ain't you, so I don't know if you know or not. But you certainly ain't her, so you don't know squat, you big ignoramus.
Silver spoon.
Oh, so you finally decided to talk to me, huh?
Do you know who you are?
I'm, me, I guess. No, you aren't. I'm me.
For once, think before you answer. It's not easy. That's why Mr. Director's so terrified about the test.
Wait, you know about the test too?
Why wouldn't I? It's called TAT, and it involves a series of repeated questions that try to get the test subject to make up a logical story based on their own desires, emotions, motives, and personal experiences. Most participants end up projecting their own subconscious onto a character in the made-up story without even realizing it.
So, that's what it is. Doesn't sound like such a big deal to me.
Yes, and it wouldn't be if it were just that. The problem is, this hospital is doing more than just a simple test. Something much more intense.
Huh? Like what?
They put extreme pressure on the test subjects, causing them to lose themselves in the stories they make up. Even once the test is over, they lose track of reality, which can lead to the development of multiple personalities. And those whose minds are already weak, they lose track of who they are altogether. Textbook delusional right there.
Well, I'll be. No wonder Mr. Director's about to shit his shorts. Don't concern me, though.
Oh yeah? Then how about this scenario? Deep down, you, me, all of us constantly struggle with our own issues. Pretty normal, right? Well, during the test, people tend to project those conflicting thoughts onto different characters in the stories they make up. Each thought becomes its own character, constantly engaged in a bitter, back-and-forth argument with its other half. Until, finally, they lose the ability to become one again.
That's impossible. Wait, is she talking about us? I'm calling BS!
Hey, don't look at me. I'm not the one running the tests. I just wanted to let you know to be prepared. And more importantly, don't forget who you are.
Now I'm actually kind of intrigued. Sounds a little, I don't know, fun. No one's ever been able to give me a run for my money before. Oh, what do you know? Sounds like some kind of, I don't know, metaphysical test. Metaphysical my ass! It's a scam, pure and simple. And you can't bullshit a bullshitter. I am unscammable.
Unscammable.
I need to think. Thinking never did you any good. Metaphysical. Whatever. I'm gonna hit the hay.
Are you?
Just on the toilet?
Yeah, is he sitting on a
Yeah, I was
toilet?
gonna say, sitting on the toilet.
Do they have a wait? Do they
There's
have
a bed.
Is that where it's the toilet they both have to use? It's just in the open, so that even the privacy screen doesn't block it, and they're
yeah.
sharing a room.
You know, yeah, that is
unfortunate
that is
for
a
them.
fault of the privacy screen. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, the privacy screen's just between their rooms. And he's gonna hit the hay on the toilet. Why do you go to bed?
Patients here? Yes.
Why do you go to bed?
Journalists are the watchdogs of society. Or haven't you heard? Once are you don't the watchdogs of do you?
Why you even bother, Nellie?
Journalists are the watchdogs of society. Or haven't you heard?
Yeah, and what good did any of that do you, huh? The cops didn't even believe you.
You've heard about the Unabomber, correct?
Whoa.
Who do you think I am? Of course I heard of them.
Henry Murray, the inventor of TAT, used his test to evaluate soldiers during World War II. During the Cold War, he used it to interrogate spies. But did you know that he also gave it to innocent students back in 1959?
Oh yeah? What's all that got to do with the Unabomber? Are you kidding me?
Well, it just so happens that a certain 17-year-old boy, Ted Kaczynski, was one of his unwitting test subjects. And, well, you know the rest. Over a period of 18 years, he ended up making and sending at least 16 bombs. What I'm trying to say is, destroying someone mentally can have repercussions far beyond one person.
Well, I'll be damned.
How
And
real
that
is
Henry
that?
Murray fella's got blood on his hands, too.
I don't know if I'd go that far. Science and all the...
That's this sounds like one of those things where they like take their made up like game like story concept
premise
and
and they
blame
mix
real
it-
life things on it.
they mix it with
which
reality.
is always really iffy.
Well, it's always really iffy.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard that about the Unabomber, but I don't know much about the Unabomber.
Well, I was gonna say, to be honest, I don't know much about the Unabomber, and I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if this was a type of test that actually existed, although I doubt it's like efficacy. Like I question that part, but I wonder. Look up the TAT test. Look up like TAT test and then Unabomber and see if anything comes up.
Harvard's experiment on the Unabomber class of 62, Murray's personality test, the thematic and apperception test,
came
or
up
TAT.
Immediately.
Hey Henry, hey Henry Murray, what's your deal? He died in 98. He died in 88, 2 years before I was born. Murray is also noteworthy in popular culture for his links to future domestic terrorists, who
The
Murray
Unabomber.
subjected to a set of controversial, psychologically damaging experiments from 1959 to 1962.
So apparently they've been proven to be controversial. Well, controversial is not proven, but like psychologically
this is truer
damaging.
than expected.
Uh-oh.
Jesus Christ. I thought
Dude.
I thought we were pulling some Ice 9 bullshit.
Well, yeah, that's why I was like, that could be.
Yeah.
It sounds decent enough
So
to
that's
be
what
real.
they mean when they talk about there being the ATAT, but the one in this game is worse or something? Is that the TAT they're starting as a jumping off point is real?
Yeah, the TAT is real. But apparently, they're making it sound like it's still used today, but the one they're using is the old one. But I don't know if that part's true. I mean, they probably don't use it after I would assume that the Unabomber exists and then people stopped using
The
it.
thematic apperception test is a projective psychological test developed during the 1930s by Henry A. Murray and Christiana D. Morgan at Harvard University. Why does it feel like whenever Harvard comes up, it's not a good thing?
People are calling it the Harvard experiment, too. So.
Proponents of the technique assert that subjects' responses in the narratives they made up about ambiguous pictures of people reveal their underlying motives, concerns, and the way they see the social world.
Yeah, so they present them with a situation they aren't involved in, and the way that they project themselves into the situation reflects how they actually feel about specific aspects of it.
Historically, the
I
test
can
has been
understand
among the
that.
most widely researched, taught, and used of such techniques.
That makes a lot of sense. Like
Yeah.
like in the same way that like if someone was to be exposed to like a piece of media, the way that they would relate to it.
Yeah, well, it sounds like an ink blot. Kind
Yeah,
of.
basically,
But,
like, yeah,
You're given, for example, art essentially, and people like project onto that art meaning, and their meaning, and the
Which
stuff they
everyone
project
does.
onto it determines their personality to some extent.
That's what people do with everything that they're exposed to anyway. So what they're doing is they're basically creating false situations to allow people to do that, and then they observe them doing it and
Yeah.
take their notes of it.
Like as its criticism section, like other projective techniques, the TAT has been criticized on the basis of poor psychometric properties. Criticisms include the TAT is unscientific because it cannot be proved to be valid, that it actually measures what it claims to measure, or reliable, that it gives consistent results over time. As stories about the cards are a reflection of both the conscious and unconscious motives of the storyteller, it is difficult to disprove the conclusions of the examiner and to find appropriate behavioral measures that would represent the personality traits under examination. Characteristics of the TAT that make conclusions based on the stories yielded from the TAT cards hard to be disproved have been termed immunizing tactics. These characteristics include the Walter Mitty effect.
Oh, Walter Mitty.
Walter Mitty, i.e. the assertion that individuals that exhibit high levels of a given trait in TAT stories that do not match their overt behavior because TAT responses may represent how a person wishes they would be, or not how they truly are.
There's a movie. What was it? The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Yeah. This effect's named after the fucking story, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Yeah. So you know
this
what?
Is really specific.
Yeah. So that makes. See, that I was gonna say the problem with a situation like this is that there's too many. Like everyone's perceptions of everything is like a huge accumulation of everything they've gathered throughout their entire lives.
You could have a lot of different motivations about why you explain something the way you do.
There's too many outlying factors in like the way people perceive anything. But then also that like you get like the Tyler Durden effect where people just react to things in a way because that's how they wish they were, not how they actually are.
Huh. Well, this went places.
Like when you fantasize about the things that you do, you might like over exaggerate certain aspects of how you might go about doing things because of how you feel about yourself. I do that sometimes in my
Red
own brain.
Dragon includes a scene where the imprisoned psychiatrist and serial killer Dr. Hannibal Lecter mocks a previous attempt to administer the test to him.
Ooh, Hannibal.
So Hannibal Lecter has made fun of this exact test.
He's such a...
It shows up in a Michael Crichton novel. That seems inevitable, basically.
I love Hannibal Lecter.
The Terminal Man.
He's such a good character.
The test is also given to the main characters in two widely differing tales about the human mind, A Clockwork Orange and Flowers for Algernon.
Oh my god.
So this is apparently fucking everywhere, and I've encountered it several times without fully registering it, that enough to recognize it on name.
In the book.
Because I've watched The Clockwork Orange and I've read Flowers for Algernon.
I had a rat named Algernon.
Which is a fucked up book.
Yeah, and I named my...
That's a real sad story.
I named my rat after that, and then I was like, why did I do that? That's really fucked up.
That's in character.
I know. Yeah.
That's in character. So, the TAT is real. Even though this one's probably not real. The one where you mind control people with it.
Well, they're using...
But they're not coming out of nowhere with it.
They're using, like, crime scenarios. It seems like the original TAT was...
And we did get a search result about the TAT and the Unabomber specifically, which was...
Immediately. It was the first thing to come up.
Yeah.
So, that was cool. I learned some cool stuff.
Okay.